Okay. So I mean, how are you all doing? Very tired, but we'll work through it. How are we all doing? Let's go to puzzles. Oh, hope everyone is well. That makes the most sense here. But what I've been calculated is this. So for example, if I play this, he can't play this. Wait. Yeah, I think it's just this. It just makes sense, especially because of the outside pass pawn. So your opponent can't really defend here with his king because this guy is going to be affected. So the fact that this guy can push is what saves you. And you're able to go take these guys if you want, or just take two and then push. Then by the time your opponent gets back, you have a queen and you can use it to trade off and then just win the other guys. Pretty straightforward. Another king and pawn endgame. Taking doesn't feel right. Pawn push also doesn't feel right. Takes, I would say it's a draw. But again, like I've said, this doesn't give draw puzzles. So the only other option is pawn push. If this, then we take with check. King takes, we can take here. Whichever one the king takes, we can push. Still a draw in my mind. I see like this is the only move. If your opponent takes, you take here and you're completely fine. Because the king has to move and then you move and then the king comes back and then you can still pawn push, right? But the good response I think would be this. And that's where I'm kind of confused. Do we take, I mean the same thing. So it takes, I know it's this, but it's do we just take here? But if we take here, he takes here, we come in here, he plays pawn push, we take, he takes, we come up here, he comes this way, we come this way. I think that's it rather, because takes. If he takes here, we can't come in to defend. So takes, pawn push. I think it's just, oh wow, it is actually this, but it just doesn't, because I'm looking at this and so why wouldn't he take here? That's what I was thinking. Because I thought if he takes here, my king can't come to defend it. You get what I'm saying there? Is it because I can go this way? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So why wouldn't he? Sorry. So it's simply because I can infiltrate, yeah. I still see it to be a draw. Let's play it out. This is going to lag a bit, but let's play it out. So let's say he takes, and I come in this way. He comes in this way. I come in this way. Please pawn push. Oh, I can just take here. I was thinking takes here first, but then okay. So this is why I thought it was a draw, because I calculated that you would take here first, and then if you take, you take. And this I believe was a draw, because all the king has to do is get to the back. He doesn't have to defend the pawn. All he has to do is get to the back, and it's going to be a draw, right? Once the king gets here, it's a draw. So it was a miscalculation on my part. You have taken a bit more time. Yeah, because if you take here, yeah, your opponent can't stop the 2 pawns. You can't stop these 2 guys. So that's kind of like what I missed in the whole line there. Pretty funny, if you can imagine. Playing as black. We can play takes here. If rook takes, that's straight up. But then the obvious problem is that if we take here, we have queen takes. So the other option is possibly knight here. For the exact same reason, if rook takes, we take and we take the queen. And if we play this and our opponent takes here, we have takes with check, which is also checkmate. So I think this is the move. Our opponent doesn't have like any side checks that he can do. So yeah. I think it's just this. Wow. I literally considered that already. And oh, it's the same threat. I'm so dumb. I thought the threat only applies when I play this move. I thought the threat doesn't apply when I play this move, but I thought this. I forgot that you can still play. I'm too tired. I'm too tired. Anyways, you can send your game requests on using this exclamely chess. A link is sent, and that's how you can send your challenges. So yeah, let me go back. Don't lose hope. Not losing hope. But welcome. Forward. Mm. Can I explain how I calculate? Give me a second. I think I messed up somewhere there. We'll find out. Okay, let's go for a long idea here. Oh, okay, he still goes for that himself. Okay. Oh boy, what am I doing now? Okay, this is the best I can do for now. Yeah, I've messed up the whole position. I played this move too fast. I should have considered what my opponent was doing. Hmm. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so Zane, you just take it step by step. You don't rush, right? You don't rush. If you want to calculate far ahead, you don't, it's not something that you just get up and then you're like, I want to calculate 15 moves. But how far you can calculate in chess is dependent on the position, right? when there are plenty or when there are a lot of pieces on the board, you may not have to calculate very far because there's so many things to consider. Though in some positions when there are many pieces on the board, the game may be focused on one specific thing, and if you are able to and if it's focused on one specific thing, it's easier to calculate everything surrounding that thing, right? So for example, it's very easy to calculate everything concerning this pawn, right? The whole idea here is I don't have to think so much about, I have to think about it, but there's so much pressure on my opponent here. I don't have to think about I'm sure I'm winning here. It's the way I played it, right? I'm sure in this position I should have played like this move. I was too over, because I realized if I had played this move, he doesn't have any good square to put his bishop. If he goes back, I come in this way, and now this move is very dangerous, right? But everything is centered around, in this position, everything is centered around here. So calculating every other thing at this point, for example, when we are here and he plays bishop here or pawn push, like, it's not so easy to say that, oh, I have to focus only here. At this point, I have to look at this place, right? But it gets to a point, it's like, no, everything is centered on one side and you have to look at that specific side, right? So there's that aspect, right? Depending on the position, how far you can calculate shows up, right? So it's not every single position that like you see somebody calculating 10 moves deep, right? But in end game situations like these, calculating 10 moves deep is like very normal. It's not something that is awkward. Yeah, it's something that you can easily do. That's the first one. The second thing is when it comes to be able to, yeah, I don't think you see it. I disconnected for a second there. Am I back?